I'm here with my mate Jimmy. Now you guys might remember Jimmy from a few weeks ago in Cleaverville. G'day Jimmy. Jimmy's under here, there he is up the back there. What is the job, you're gonna ask? We've got a lot of gear on the ground there already. We've got the exhaust, the prop shafts. We are removing the transfer box. I've noticed a leak that's got progressively worse over the last couple of weeks. Yes, it's a Land Rover, and yeah, I know most of them leak, or so they say. But I'm proud to say ours has never leaked. I'm not gonna film so much because I wanna get in, I wanna help, and I need to learn. Jimmy's done a few of these before, so he's got the knowledge. How many Land Rovers do you and your dad own, Jimmy? Is this all of them, plus the 130? Is that a county, is it? Oh, sick. Wow, look at this. So many projects, it's incredible.
Mine's hidden in the nice shed.
Ah, in the nice shed, okay. That's the Ranger Classic.
Yeah.
So this morning, Steph and I went to a place that Jimmy suggested in town called Rover Craft. They had in stock these ones, which is a full seal kit for a transfer box. Over here, we've got the transfer box removed. And yeah, we are noticing a little bit of wear and tear on this O-ring and a couple of other, the seal here and a couple of others. So obviously we'll be replacing everything that we can.
This side's your front, and then this is your rear, and then they can spin separate. One can spin a bit faster or slower or the other way. And then you've got this ring here, and it'll slide across and join these teeth on the front to the rear, and then it'll lock them together, and then they turn at the same speed. And then if you lift one wheel at the front, it still drives the rear. It doesn't lose all drive because you got one in the air.
When I put it in the diff lock with my small gear shift lever, it moves that ring.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
It seems to look pretty good. There doesn't seem to be anything obvious wrong with it, so.
Excellent, that's good news.
And it just helps them seal up a bit better.
Righto.
So you just spray.
It's going to turn into quite a big night tonight. We have found some O-rings that were leaking on our upgraded heavy-duty main output shaft. The shaft itself is in good condition, splines and all that, but it's definitely leaking oil from the gearbox through into the cavity, which is coming out of a weep hole. We've got another mate, Mr. Greg Thorne, who has appeared in our videos many years ago now, and he's also a Land Rover nut. Unfortunately, his Defender is in pieces at the moment, awaiting other parts and time to be rebuilt. He lives just down the road from where Jimmy is, and he's got the newer heavy-duty Ashcroft output shaft. They rectified the issue of those O-rings by making bigger and better O-rings, and I think the shaft itself is maybe a little bit more heavy-duty. Greg's only done a couple of 100 kilometers on his, so Greg has kindly offered to pull his shaft out of his gearbox, and he's going to let us purchase that off of him. So good on you, Greg. We're going to be probably working pretty late tonight. Mr. Greg Thorne, this man has just done some very incredible stuff for us. Callum and Jimmy on the job today. You guys remember Callum and Jimmy from our time up at Cleaverville? Jimmy's up there now. He's hooking up the electrical connections that go into the top of it for the diff lock sensor. What else is up there, Jimmy, electrical wise?
Your diff lock one, there's your speed sensor.
Yep.
And I think there's a temperature sensor on the possibly.
I wouldn't have taken it on a job like that on myself without having never seen it done before. So I'm very happy we came here to do it. Maybe today, Jimmy?
Yeah.
Yeah, easy, he says. Easy. Yeah, no worries. Jimmy now has popped up into the cab to put the vehicle in diff lock and in gear, because the next job we're going to try and do, or we will do, is break these nuts here. You can see the linkage moving there actually as he mucks around with the diff lock. When Jimmy took off this forward prop shaft here, I wasn't here, but he said a whole heap of oil poured out of there, which is not a good thing. So that means there is the seal behind this flange here is leaking. In my seal kit that I bought for the transfer box, it's got those seals in it. So we're going to whip that off and the rear and replace those seals. Huh. That one was almost hand tight at the front there, Jimmy.
Was it?
Yeah. And what do these get torqued up to, Jimmy?
160.
160?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is quite a bit. There she goes. Do one more. Performing a few last minute checks. So we've removed the flanges here for the prop shaft connections, replaced a fiber washer and also the rubber seal from the back of there. And now this is the handbrake drum going back on. We'll then install the front and rear prop shafts. This cross member here. Rear prop shaft installed to the handbrake drum. Exhaust back on. I've installed that cross member in the middle there.
One more nut to do up and then we're done.
I would say Jimmy's done about 90% of the work. I've stood and watched and assisted and learned a hell of a lot. Almost back together and ready for a test drive maybe. This is Mark. Jimmy's dad, by the way.
Nice
G'day, Mark. No, thank you for having me. And Jimmy, you're a bloody legend. Thank you so much. I've learned a lot. It's been incredible. We've been for a test drive and we are A-OK, ready to roll. Thanks again, guys. I really appreciate everything.
Happy travels, mate. Happy travels.
Good on you. See you on the road.
See you.